Shalom. All praise is due to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Rachak Wadash. The bonus of the elect Apostle Bishop Phelps, that great millstone of Ruel. Shalom to elect Akyal Dead, who's work in sincerity and truth and not for vainglory in season out of season. I just want to bring this out, a couple of scriptures. Second Maccabees, the 9th chapter. I'll just read the first verse. About the time came Antiochus, which is a so-called white man, which called himself a Greek back then, with dishonor out of the country of Persia. Okay. For he had entered the city called Persepolis, and went about to rob the temple and to hold the city. Hey, man, Esau is a thief, man. So-called white man is a thief. Okay. It says, and to hold the city, whereupon the multitude running to defend themselves with their weapons put them to flight. And so it happened that Antiochus, being put to flight of the inhabitants, returned with shame. So he got defeated in that battle. It says, now when he came to Ecbatane, news was brought him what had happened unto Nicanor and Timotheus. Then swelling with anger, he thought to avenge upon the Jews. Okay. Which, that word J, we don't use that word J here at Great Millstone. It's Yahawada. Okay. For the tribe of Judah. For the tribe of Yahawada, which would be the so-called black man. Okay. Black woman. All right. Son and daughter. That came over here on cargo slave ships. Right. So-called black man. Then, swelling with anger, he thought to avenge upon the Jews the disgrace done unto him by those that made him flee. So he wanted to avenge himself on the tribe of Yahawada. All right. It says, therefore commanded he his chariot man to drive without ceasing and to dispatch the journey. The judgment of Yahweh now following him, for he had spoken proudly in this sort, that he would come to Jerusalem, Yerushalayim in the Hebrew, and make it a common burial place for the Jews. So he was speaking proudly, man. And see, that's the thing about Esau, man. What they're going to do this and what they're going to do that to the men of the Lord, man. Okay. And that's proud, man. Okay. It says, because he doesn't control anything. All right. Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai controls things, man. Okay. He ruleth in the kingdom of men, like the scriptures say. Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai ruleth in the kingdom of men. Okay. Not the so-called white man. See, the only reason, now Job 9:24 said the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. Who gave the earth into the hands of the wicked, which is the so-called white man, which is Esau, Edom? Yahweh, through his son Yahweh Shai, all right? And he's going to give it back to who? Yahweh Shai. Yahweh is going to give it to Yahweh Shai, and then the nation of Israel, all right? Which are you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Americans, starting with the elect of you. And then all Israel eventually. Okay? And plus he was coming against the Lord's chosen people. Okay? Which are you Israelites. Which they call them, which they called them back then, the Jews. All right? All right? Which is the so-called black man, by the way. All right? The real Jews are black. All right. It says, but the Almighty, but the Lord Yahweh Almighty Yahweh, the God of Israel, smote him with an incurable and invisible plague, or as soon as he had spoken these words, a pain of the bowels that was remediless. So they couldn't cure it. It was incurable. Came upon him and sore torments in his inner parts. Yeah, for him speaking proudly. Now we all know that the scriptures say pride goeth before destruction. Matter of fact, let's get that. Let's go to this scripture right here. Book of Obadiah. Okay. Obadiah, the first chapter and the third verse. It says, the pride of thine heart have deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the cliffs of the rocks. You see? You see? And that's Esau, man. See, his pride deceived him. Okay? His pride deceived him that he was going to go and make the Jews just to slaughter them, man. Just utterly slaughter them. You know? See, that was pride, man. Okay? All right, so let's go back. Let's go back. Pride goes for destruction. Esau. All right, so-called white man. Give a damn how much riches you got. Okay, how much your armies, your weapons, man. Okay, you ain't gonna defeat Yahweh Shai. And Yahweh Shai is going to deliver his elect. Okay? And you going to feel that incurable torment and torture. Okay? When you go into slavery under Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, and under the men of Israel, starting with the elect. All right? All right? You're going into slavery under the so-called black, Latino, and Native American man. All right. Okay, so let's go back. 2 Maccabees, 9th chapter. All right. Okay. Let me see where we at. Okay. Yes, let's go back to 2 Maccabees, 9th chapter. Okay. All right. It says, the 6th verse, and that most justly, for he had tormented other men's bowels with many and strange torments. Howbeit, he nothing at all ceased from his bragging, but still was filled with pride, breathing out fire in his rage against the Jews, and commanding to haste the journey. But it came to pass that he fell down from his chariot, carried violently, so that having a sore fall, all the members of his body were much pained. You see? So he still was proud. You know? So Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, took his ass down. Okay? You know? And that's the same thing that's going to happen to Esau, the so-called white man. From the wicked elite on to the least peon so-called white person. Okay? All right? You know? And all his pride, he's going to be taken down. Because pride go for a fall. Pride go for destruction. So he's going to be full of torments and pains. Now let's get that. Okay? Let's go to Luke. Let's go to Luke. 16th chapter. Okay. No, that's not what I want. Keep on doing that. Let me see. Luke 16th chapter and the 24th verse. Let me see. No, Luke 16 and yeah, I know. Luke the 16th chapter and the 23rd verse. All right. Okay. Now, you know, this is going into Lazarus. It's going into the rich man, which is Esau, so-called white man, and Lazarus, which represents Israel, which are you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Okay. But this is what's going to happen to Esau. You know, it says Luke 16 and 23, 16th chapter and then 23rd verse. And in hell he lift up his eyes, being in torments, and seeth Abraham afar off, and Lazarus in his bosom. Yeah, man. So we're gonna be nation of Israel, which are you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Americans. You're gonna be in the kingdom. Okay, you're gonna be in the kingdom of heaven, ruling at peace. Okay. It says, and he cried and said, Father Abraham, have mercy on me. See, this is what the rich man is saying. This is what Esau is going to be saying. This is what the so-called white man is going to be saying. Why? Because the simple fact is that he's going to be catching pure hell. He's going to be slaves under Yahweh Shai and the men of the nation of Israel. Okay? Catching hell, man. Catching pure hell. Okay? All right? And he cried and said, Father Abraham, have mercy on me, and send Lazarus that he may dip the tip of his finger in water to cool my tongue, for I am tormented in this flame. Yeah, boy, you gonna get it. Gonna get it, Esau. You know, that's right. You gonna get it, so-called white man, white woman, white son and daughter. You gonna get it. But Abraham said, Son, remember that thou in thy lifetime receivest thy good things, and likewise Lazarus evil things. Yeah, because Esau, this is his kingdom, right? Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. And Lazarus for seeing evil things, man. Man, Lazarus represents Israel. We at the bottom. Lazarus represents you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. We're receiving evil things, man. Bad times. You know, living in the ghettos and slums, man, being shot down by the so-called white man, his system that he set up. Okay. Being murdered, man. Okay. Slavery, picking cotton. Okay. Getting gold out of the ground. Okay. All right. Throughout all the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American tribes, man. Slavery. You know, at the bottom. Okay. You know. But Abraham said, Son, remember that thou in thy lifetime receivest thy good things, and likewise Lazarus evil things. But now he is comforted, and thou art tormented. See? Yeah, man. Yeah, because Israel's going to be in the kingdom of heaven, at peace, ruling over the so-called white man and all the other heathen nations. Okay? So, yeah. That pride, Esau, that pride, so-called white man. Okay? You wicked elite, you small hats, all you so-called white people. Okay? Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai is going to bring you down with torments and pains and slavery. Okay? And uplift Israel, which are you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and have mercy on them. Okay? And they're going to be ruling in the kingdom of heaven. Hope you've been edified. And with that, shalom.